Hey, Mike Walsh from Straight Path Solutions here. I have a quick tip for today. Actually, I'm in the middle of doing some work, some documentation work, and I'm feeling good this week. You know, I put a couple posts out last week, videos talking about sort of the freedom of delegation and sort of the freedom of facing some fears and dealing with things. And here's another tip that kind of goes in that same vein. Who likes writing documentation? I'm looking around in my office. Do you like the decor, by the way? I live in an old farmhouse. You can kind of tell by looking at the walls. I won't move the camera today. We'll do it another time, maybe on a live video. It feels like I'm in sort of like my grandmother's house if my grandmother had a farmhouse. But I love it. I love looking out the window and seeing the cows and finally feeling some sunny weather. Although I can't be in it. I'm so busy today that I'm not really getting to experience the sun out there. Anyway, nobody raised their hands. I just looked around. None of the animals outside raised their hands. None of the kids playing outside raised their hands. I didn't raise my hand. I don't like documentation. Now, I know there's some tech writers, there's some other people who will be sort of watching this who actually like documentation. It's their job, it's their main thing. So maybe documentation for you is good. For me, I hate it. But here's the deal. It's another freeing thing. Just like facing your fears, just like backing that trailer up and knowing you can finally do it from the video before. Just like doing that, just like finally taking that tiptoe into the water and jumping in and saying, I'm going to be a consultant, or I'm going to go and try that new job I've never experienced before and go into a sort of a new uncomfortable zone. Like that feels great. Here's the deal. Sometimes we get good feelings after we're done. Sometimes like eating your vegetables and taking your vitamins doesn't maybe feel good when you do it. But it gives you a good experience later, tilling that garden across the street that we tilled this weekend. Wasn't fun, going back and forth over a quarter or third or 3/4, whatever I'm trying to say, 3/4 of an acre garden. Wasn't fun, but it's going to be nice, allegedly, or hopefully, when we harvest our vegetables. It's the same thing with documentation. Do you want to be able to take vacation? Do you want to be able to go away? Do you want to be able to not get woken up when somebody else is on call? Well, if you're not documenting what you do, if you're not leaving instructions, if you're not leaving a legacy of great paperwork for somebody to come up behind you and pick up the pieces and deal with it, you're tying yourself, you're chaining yourself down to your desk, and you're stuck in your desk. Whether you're a DBA, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're both, whatever you do, if you are not documenting it, if you are not describing to somebody else how to do your job, you're not helping yourself. Yeah, you're saving yourself some time right now, but you're hurting yourself down the line. Right now, I'm working on a really fun document for a client, actually. I'm killing two birds with one stone. This is a client document that I've owed for a little bit now, and I've had other priorities and other tasks in emergencies, and I'm finally working on it. But I'm actually going to turn it into a free downloadable document. Basically, it's the Straight Path Guide. Maybe not free, I don't know yet. It's going to be a downloadable document either way. But it's the Straight Path Guide to database maintenance. So all the database maintenance that we recommend when we do a health check will be in this document. The process of using sort of the free Ola Hallengren script will be there, which is what I prefer to use. DB Minion is also a great script. But basically the process for doing that will be there. And it feels good writing it because now my client has something they need. I have something off my list that's done, which is always a good feeling. But now I have a document, a template of a document that I can easily use for other clients. And when I do a health check and I say, hey, your maintenance is horrible, I can say, here, take this multi-page document. I'm going to put a couple infographics in it, have one of my my marketing or web people put a couple other little things in it and kind of make a quick guide too. But here's this document. You can take this and you can do your own maintenance. Now you can you can buy 2 or 3 hours from my company to do it, but here you go. Here's a document. And maybe we'll do it as a lead magnet download, or maybe a $29 download. I don't know how I'll do it, but we'll give it to everybody as well if they want it, in exchange for an email address or some small money. But it feels good to document. I can give this to my employee Bruce. I can bring somebody else into the company now and say, hey, you know what? When we find missing maintenance, here's the document. Here's the procedure. This is the straight path procedure for that. I'm also working on other documents for all the things that we do at Straight Path. This is what happens when we bring a new client on. This is what happens when we do this. This is what happens when we do that. Here's the document. Please take it. And now, someday, Mike, that's me, is going to go on vacation. And I'm going to go like this. I'm going to turn my phone off. People who know me are laughing at that. But I'm going to be able to turn my phone off, turn my email off, and know that it's covered because X, Y, and Z are documented. Delegate, document, and if I had more time in a thesaurus, I'd give you a D that sort of connotes relaxation, but I can't figure one out. Delegate, document, and de-stress, I guess. So there you go. That's it. Have a wonderful day. It's Friday tomorrow. The weekend's coming up. Bye.